Okay, so we have a nice little chance now to sit together for a while. And we're all familiar with the practice of meditation already, so no need to say too much, but just always basic principles, whether we're beginners or intermediate or experts. Same principles will always apply. That of beginning by the bigger picture, the concept is of bringing our awareness or attention or our understanding or our intuitive knowing away from a distracted, scattered and unguarded mode, which it's often in, and very, very active, but in an unaware way, to some kind of, within some kind of boundaries. And so the most common place to begin is simply the process of calming, beginning to draw into the center, which can be a metaphor for our whole life, the whole path of spiritual life, from diversity to simplifying our lives, to singularity, to emptiness, is drawing towards the center. And so we begin just in a very, very simple way. We've all been in different places. Some people have been working, some people just come back from outside, some people writing, some people, a whole range of activities. So we come here in a room, we gather physically, and then we support each other by agreeing to share this, but then we turn away from each other and turn inwards. Physically, the body's still, relatively. It's already very nice just to rest, but we're alert, so body erect, Buddha said, sets the body erect, having established mindfulness in front of him, in front of her. So we set up mindfulness presence with what we could call poise. Physically, just suspend the head top up a bit, stretch the spine but not too much. Check we're not leaning to one side or the other, or forwards or backwards. We have this breath, breathe in deep, breathe out long. Ajahn Chah used to teach, breathe in and out deep 3 times and then let it go, very natural. And so I'll say a few words. I've been giving a few little guided meditations over the last week. The breath can be a bit like our anchor, or our just, you could call it our object, but it's not really an object of awareness. Just that line which we follow. And one reflection is that it's the same breath. Actually, it's only one breath from when we're born till we die. Just that sometimes it's going in and sometimes it feels like it's coming out. But as a stream, it's a continuous stream. And so it's our very life itself. It's what marks our life. You're born, baby, start crying, breathing. And we say to the last breath, which means the moment you die. But it's actually the continuity of our life. And it's always happening in the present moment. If you're aware of the breath as a direct physical experience, you're right there with the present. So it's a very, very powerful tool of both reflection, but very useful. But in the same time as it's in the present, we have notions to do with the breath. We call it our respiration. But many concepts like inspiration and aspiration are to do with the breaths. So it marks our journey through life. When you're inspired, you're uplifted, you breathe in, wow, so inspiring, and then you aspire to that thing, you breathe, and as you breathe, that's what you dream about. So when we come now to the breath, we're turning away from the external sense realm, which is giving us all kinds of information, and already turning inwards, and our mind changes. So just for the next few minutes, we can just simply allow that process to happen naturally. Breathing in, breathing out. Very simple. And it's normal to feel the energy of the distraction. We're thinkers. Our minds are active. And that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. So as we feel the pull or even get pulled out, then at some point we'll notice that and come back. Just gently come back to the breath. And we can find the breath interesting if we realize how much it is very much our life. Like a mother watching a newborn baby, or a grandmother watching the newborn baby. Very attentive, very loving, so happy just to see breath going in, breath going out. It's happy to watch that all day and feeling, yes, that's important. So we rarely give importance to our breath. But really it's what we need most of all. And we have gratitude. So that creates interest. So these are ways of adding support or help for staying with the breath rather than being distracted by other things. It's to do with seeing it as a priority. Listening to talks of Master Hua is a real priority. So we just sit quietly for 10 or 15 minutes and just let our minds and body still in this space. And so we can really just let go of the past. The past is gone. That's in our land of memories, even false memories, blurry memories, not even sure what really happened anymore. The future's in the realm of hopes and fantasies and dreams, good or bad. It certainly hasn't come yet. And so if we just ask ourselves, well, what's real? Then we know this present moment is real, this experience. And we just very gently just turn away from that which is not real to that which is real. And so that's why there's an ease then straight away, almost like a sense of relief. Because also right now it's very simple. We're here sitting very safe with friends. And so our defenses can lower, the agitation can fall away, and we can consciously give ourselves the space not to create, not to have to run here and there, not to have to worry, not to plan. And this is a first taster of the happiness of peace, when we can put down all the activity. So even that's quite hard to do. But we get a taste of it, and whatever's happening outside, it just doesn't have to bother us. No thing, no person, no event has the power to affect us if we don't pick it up and turn it into something. So this very simple training is showing us the way, showing us how that works. Just breathing in, breathing out, very simple. Dropping the world outside, and hearing, beginning to hear our own inner world, which is very important as we then begin to practice more the path, to be able to hear what's important for us. And so just in this very short sit, we'll end in a second. Now actually experience, pay attention now to how it feels. Just after 10 or 15 minutes, just have that putting down of activity, physical activity, allowing things to settle, turning inwards, reminding ourselves again of the present moment, following our breath, very simple. See that that's a certain calm arises, maybe not, but maybe it does. There's a peace and there's a happiness, that's a sustainable happiness which we all have inside ourselves, which is a very, very much part of this path we're developing now, the path of awakening, or the middle way, the Eightfold Path. This experience is one of the key ingredients, and it doesn't necessarily come at the end of the path, very much bound up with right view and also cultivating on a daily basis. So just feel that peace, that lightness, everything's all right now. even the big things, the fires, big events, climate change or big events in our personal life, we don't have to attend to those all the time. We can actually choose whether we feel burdened by them and how we respond to them. Okay, so when you're ready, just